y'all, welcome back to another episode of She Said, What? The podcast where we master life and do away with limiting beliefs one podcast at a time. I'm so excited to be bringing to you different series to help you reach your full potential. We're going to be talking to different experts that's going to give you inspiring stories, motivate you, and give you real tools to help you deal with life. Not the fluffy stuff. We are getting real, okay? We're giving you some real life tools. So listen, do me a favor. Grab your drink of choice because it's about to get popping. So listen, today episode, I'm so excited. This is a special episode to me. All my episodes are special, but this one is quite special because I'm introducing you not only a bomb entrepreneur, but a very good friend of mine. She is like a sister from another mister, okay? She is my hermana de otro señor. Did I say that right? Because I practiced it.
I think people are gonna get what you're trying to say.
Listen, it sounds good, right?
It did.
Please welcome, give a virtual hug and a round of applause for my guest, Jenny Portillo, honey. Yes.
Hello,
did you like
everybody? I do.
Yes. She is a bomb badass. First of all, she's a model, as you can see. It's not hard to tell, but she is killing it. She's a bomb broker out here in Houston, Texas. But not only that, she brings the community together with her amazing, iconic events. And we're going to just talk about how her life is in real estate and just different things that she is a part of. So welcome, Jenny.
Thank you, Chavez, for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. I love what you do. So it's an honor to be here with you.
Thank you.
And thank you for my makeup. You know, I got my makeup done by you truly.
Yes, I beat her face today and she's gorgeous. I love her canvas. Okay, so Jenny, tell me where are you from first and what made you get into the career field that you're in?
Yes, so I was born in New York and my parents are from El Salvador. I grew up in El Salvador until I was 17. I decided to move back to the U.S. to create more opportunities for myself and my family. When I would say 25, I started getting curious about real estate. But I didn't know anything about real estate until Harvey happened, the hurricane in Houston.
That makes sense.
Yes. Okay. And I started seeing how people were, getting into real estate and fixing and flipping homes. Yeah. And that's when I started getting curious about real estate. So
that's so cool.
I started asking questions and I realized that for me to be an investor, it would be a good idea to go to school and learn about real estate. So that's when I started going to school to be a realtor.
Oh, I love that. So tell me, how hard was it for you to transition? Because I know you said you were born in you were born in New York, yeah. And then you went back to El Salvador, and so you came back to the States. So I know there was a language barrier, yeah. and you having to learn and study to pass that test. Like, what were those challenges like?
Yes, so it's a great question, because it was really hard when I first moved here. But my dad have always been, just my best friend, and he always gave me the best advice.
Yeah.
So I was super young. So when I started to go to school, I make sure that I didn't sit next to, somebody that speak the same language. So I just started communicating or just start making friends with people that didn't speak the same language.
Yeah.
And I would just practice. I didn't have any other choice but to speak and try. So that was I would say that was the biggest challenge. I went to school, didn't really, school helped me, but I'd say the street in life helped me more. So when I started going to real estate school, it was difficult because I didn't know anything about real estate.
Yeah.
So at first, I wasn't sure if I didn't understand the language or if it was just that I just didn't know any knowledge of real estate.
Yeah.
So it was a little challenge, but you just gotta study, and I did what it worked for me that I know it works for a lot of people, and I just started writing down just like I would say the real estate words, the meanings of the vocabulary on flashcards.
Yeah.
And I put them all on my floor, and I just started flipping the cards. And then I realized that the real estate exam, they do try to confuse you. But if you just know exactly what every, word means,
Yeah.
you're going to be okay.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
You dropped a lot of jewels like with your stories that I was picking up on. The fact that at a young age you were able to say, okay, I have a challenge. I don't know this language. Let me get outside of my comfort zone and talk to people that knew the language that I'm trying to learn and force myself. And I think that's a good example of what we should do, as entrepreneurs and as adults even, to just challenge yourself and put yourself in those uncomfortable situations every day.
Yes.
Because every day, like, you'll build on that and you'll become stronger in whatever you're trying to do. So that's such a great tactic that I'm even going to use, because some days I'm like, as you get older, you kind of get lazy. It's like, I really don't want to do that. You try to do shortcuts, but sometimes you just have to go all in and challenge yourself. So I love that. And then also you touched on the fact that you wasn't sure if you were confused because you didn't understand the language or if you were just not getting the material.
Exactly.
And so how did you work through that challenge? Because a lot of people, especially me, sometimes I'll feel like, and I don't know if this is because of my sign, but I don't mind quitting something and starting something else.
Yeah.
But being consistent is the only way to grow.
Absolutely.
So what advice would you give even me to where if it's something that I'm not quite getting, don't give up on it. Just keep trying. And it doesn't mean that it's not for you.
Yes. So definitely you got to be consistent on anything that you do.
Yeah.
But I think that as I'm getting older, I'm also learning that not everything it's for everybody. And just because something works for me doesn't mean that it's going to work for you.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to give up on something and you know that this is your passion, you definitely have to just be consistent. Because, for example, I know that I have more challenge than other people that speak the language that grew up in, in the U.S. But if I really want something, doesn't mean that because I don't speak English like another person means that I don't have the same opportunity. I just probably have to change the game,
I love
For
that.
example, I probably have to watch more YouTube videos to understand a little bit more.
Yeah.
But, it's just like finding what works for you to complete those steps to get to your goal.
Oh, I love that. So if you have a passion for it, don't give up because it's not coming as easy.
Exactly.
I love that. And also the fact that you said you pointed it back to yourself. So when you have a challenge, like, you didn't look outward and you didn't blame the world. You put it back on yourself. What do I need to do to get over this challenge?
Yeah.
Because I have the same opportunity as everyone else. And
Absolutely.
I know for a lot of minority people, including my culture, we will sometimes look at the world and kind of be a victim. But the only way, I feel like the only way to make it in entrepreneurship is you have to take out that victim mindset and
Exactly.
understand that you have within you to be limitless. It just might take a little bit longer.
A little bit longer,
Yeah.
or you might gotta do it, your own
different
way,
way.
different way.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. So, I know that you love real estate and you love helping people. You really try to find their home, their dream home, and whatever they're doing in real estate. But you also have a love for connecting people. How did that intertwine? Because that's actually, I'll give you a backstory. That's actually how I met Jenny, was through her events. And I have an eye for branding. So anything I do, I feel like has to be top tier. And I noticed her event, and it was RIP. It was Touch Up and Headshots. And the headshots, I've seen this before at events where people do get photos at events or they'll get headshots, but it wasn't quality.
Yeah.
Everyone who left Jenny's event, I literally saw them change their Instagram profile picture. They were getting business cards with that photo, LinkedIn. They really loved it. It was really quality, and I felt like that was really good. So what made you think of that idea and to even want to do events, because that's totally different from real estate?
Absolutely. It is very different, but I found myself into a challenge. Like I said, everybody, just not being from the US, I didn't have a lot of connections.
Yeah.
And even though I know I'm like everybody else, it's good sometimes to look at how other people are being able to be successful.
Yeah.
And one of those things is your network and your brand.
Yeah.
So as I was building my brand, I decided to also make my own connections. And what better way to do it with an event where you're providing professionals to come get amazing headshots, get makeup, and, connect with other people. So that's what really started.
Yeah.
It was about bringing not just a bigger network for myself, but for everybody that was around me.
Yeah, I really love that because, you took a challenge that you had in your business, which was, I need to know people because I know no one.
Yes.
And you figured out to not only help yourself, but also to connect other people in an authentic way. I feel like that's so huge in entrepreneurship, to be authentic, because there's so many ways that you can do different things and to market yourself. But if it's not real, people will feel that. And you will start to see in your business that it's not working.
Yeah.
But when you're authentic, it doesn't matter if your first or second event flops. You're going to gain that loyal clientele and the loyal following, and that's exactly what happened to Jenny. I know you were telling me your first couple of events, it was very small, and then it grew. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, just the first event was extremely small, but it's because I was afraid. I just sold few tickets, and it was my first event, so I was nervous. I didn't want a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
But after I did the first event, everybody was just pushing me that I had to do it again.
Yeah.
And of course, if I'm going to do it again, I got to do it better and bigger.
You know it.
And that's exactly what it was. We had, an amazing photographer, and she, shoot for magazines, for Luxury magazine. I don't know if you're familiar with that magazine. And she was there, and the room was so packed. It was just hot.
Yes.
But everybody just loved it.
Yeah.
Everybody just loved it. Everybody was happy and excited. And we were still in the event when people was asking me when was going to be the next one.
I love that. So you didn't allow fear to triumph you. I feel like God gave us challenges, and we look at fear sometimes to be something that we should be afraid of. But I always say that fear is your friend. If we confuse fear sometimes with danger. And fear doesn't necessarily mean danger. Danger is danger. Yes. And that is something that you should be afraid of. So it is good to have that in you. But God designed us so well to react to our surroundings. So when you feel fear and it's nothing that is going to harm you, there's only going to be growth from that. And that's exactly what you did. You took something that you started off with fear, but you still did it. And your tribe pushed you to do it again, and it turned out amazing. So that's just a lesson that I want to tell you guys to, and to myself, honestly, stop playing, to do it anyway. Do it scared. And embrace fear, because psychologically, when you embrace fear and you think of it as a friend, that means it's not a threat. Yes. And when it's not a threat and you view it as a friend, your body is naturally going to react a certain way, and you're going to boss up in a new way. When you're looking at something, you're looking at a challenge, you're going to say, oh, this is something that's going to get me to the next level. This is my friend. This is my blueprint. This means I'm going to get higher. Instead of looking at it like, what if I fail? Yes. I have bills to pay. I have children to take for. That's the difference. So embrace fear and understand that fear is your friend, just like Jenny did. And understand, like, her second event was packed. That is amazing. That's a beautiful story to tell. And I'm just so happy for you and proud of you, friend. So building the community, you created your Key to the City. Yes, which I love. So it's your Key to the City events and also real estate.
Yes.
And I love that, because you not only bring realtors together, but you bring people in all areas together. Yes. And that's a beautiful thing. Where did you get the name from? Like, where did that come from?
Yes. So Key to the City first started for me as your realtor, but honestly, I was focusing more on Key to the City as the key that unlock all the opportunities.
Oh, I love that.
And I didn't know that. Yes.
I'm learning something with you guys.
That's why, it goes with real estate and the event. Yeah. It's providing opportunities for all of us.
I love that. And I feel like that's another reason why we connected, because it's in my DNA and in my soul to really help others. Even before I help myself, my mom used to tell me all the time, like, you have to get it before others. But it just naturally came to me to want to help other people grow right along with me. And I feel like you're the same way, and that's why we connect so well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Touch Up and Headshots event was so amazing. I actually was a sponsor for her after about her third event, and it was absolutely, from the time that you got out from valet, the entire experience was amazing. It was so well thought up. And I really love that, because not only was she doing this for her and her business, she really wanted to take care of her clients and her community and give them an experience they can really enjoy. And from that, till this day, I still see people profile pictures and LinkedIn and for sale signs with their headshots from the event. And they've honestly got to meet so many amazing people. I've met so many amazing people from her event, and we really created lasting relationships. And that is really, truly what networking is about. So kudos to you for really doing that for Houston. You really put us on, and you brought El Salvador in New York and put us right into Houston, and we love you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. I love Houston. Houston is my home.
So with that being said, I love to talk about the highs, but I really want to talk also about the lows, because it's at the lowest point where a lot of people really need help to understand how to get from that, because it can really feel like you can't go up from there. So I know it wasn't all easy with that event. So tell us, some challenges that you had to overcome with the event.
Yes. So as an entrepreneur, like you always have things to do. And I have my real estate business. So I have my clients. I have to take care of them. Make sure that, we complete the deadlines when we're doing, getting a house or selling a house. But with the event, I had a lot of challenge at first with time. I didn't have enough time to plan, and I didn't have a team. I had amazing talent working with me, but I didn't know how to be a good team leader.
Oh,
So that helped me a lot.
that's such a good point.
Yes,
Yeah.
that helped me a lot. It helped me to, sit back and learn how to communicate. People really want to help, but if you don't tell them when you need help and how you need help, sometimes you're just suffering by yourself for no reason. One of the events, our previous photographer couldn't make it in a short time. Yeah. And I think it was the day before the event. And we didn't have a lot of sold tickets, but to me, it didn't matter if I only had one ticket sold. I have to throw an amazing event for that person, because that person paid for that experience. So I reach out to you.
Yeah.
And you connect me with an amazing photographer. So shout out to 126 Photography.
Shout out.
For saving the event. It was very important that the photographer delivered the same quality or even better, because the events just gotta get better.
Yes.
And I felt that working with a team and communicating with the beautiful talent I have in the house, it helps me to not just grow as a person, but also to deliver.
I love that. I love that. And a main reason I love that because I suffer from independent girl syndrome, which is a real thing. I don't know the technical term from it, but it just derives from a culture of, my mom always taught me to make sure that you take care of yourself. You do it independently and you really don't ask for help. You can get it done yourself. And so that was instilled in me to do it myself. And although that has helped me become a great leader, it also could hinder you because people need people.
Yes.
And sometimes it was very hard for me to, because of ego and pride and also like shame, you really don't want to ask for help if you are already doing an amazing event and you have all of this. You don't want to ask someone for help because that might make you look bad, like, oh, she doesn't really know what you're doing, So the fact that you even had that courage to come to me and say, this is what's going on.
Yes.
And there are people that wants to help, like me. I love being a problem solver. I'm that friend that you can't vent to me. You if you need someone to vent to, don't call me. But if you need it handled, I'm gonna help you problem solve. And so that's exactly
You're
what we did.
another connector as well.
Yeah,
you have connect me to a lot of people.
Yeah. So we just work well together, and that the lesson in it is that don't be afraid to ask for help. Do it on your own, have your vision, and be a leader. Yeah. But also, when you are at a crossroad, there are people that want to help. So don't be afraid to help. So that is definitely a key from your key to the city. No pun intended. So in this portion, I kind of want to get a little bit deeper, and we're going to get into Jenny's mind a little bit, yeah? So Jenny, this is what I want you to do. I want you to envision what Jenny's future self would look like if you had no limitations and you could just see into the future and you can plan the woman that you want Jenny to be in 10 years. What does that woman look like? You can start from what you own, what your business, what you're making, what your family look like. What would that look like to you?
The first female president of the United States.
I'm voting. Casting my vote.
No. I see key to the city everywhere, not just in the US, but in other countries, in other, Mexico, Colombia, El Salvador, Spain,
Yes.
a lot of other places where I can help people like me with not just resources, but also knowledge of how to be successful.
Yes.
And I also see myself on TV.
Yes,
I want
honey.
to be acting or have my own reality show. And I am into fashion. I love fashion. I've always been an entrepreneur since I was a little girl in El Salvador. I would save the money that my mom would give me to go to school. I would save it and I would not be buying food. But after I would have few money, just like I would go to different stores, wholesalers, and I would buy shorts. I would buy shorts or shoes and I would take it back to school and I would be dressing all the girls in my school. Yes.
No, you
And
are an entrepreneur, honey.
yeah, so I was always flipping my money and then buying my own clothes because I didn't want my mom to be buying me clothes.
Same.
Because that means I have to wear what she wants me to wear.
That too.
Yeah, so I became independent very, very soon.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be back to that. I love designing, I love creating looks and fashion. So one day I wanted to have not just my clothing line, but I also want to have a few stores and boutiques.
I love that. Okay, what car are you driving? What are we driving?
Well, my car, the car that I really want to be driving, I want to be driving, to be honest with you, I'm in love with the Rolls Royce.
Me freaking. I love the truck.
I just really, right? I used to be so much into sport cars, but I don't know what it is.
It's
That
that
now
Rolls Royce.
I just
love
want to
it.
look like that rich senora, you know?
I
Yeah.
love that. I love that.
Good
So,
question. What about you?
Yeah.
That would be your car too?
I honestly don't want to drive. So I would have a driver.
I wish
If
you
I'm
had said that.
honest, I will have a personal driver, and yes, we will be driving my Rolls Royce. I don't care really too much the color of the outside, just as long as it's not black, but the inside, I want it orange. I've seen the
Oh,
orange.
yes.
Oh my God, that orange. So yeah, I'm the same way, friend. We are on the same, yeah. Yes, for sure. So tell me, Jenny, what are you doing now to create that woman?
Oh, I love that question. So, as you know, real estate is getting slow. And that means more opportunity. A lot of people are getting out of real estate. A lot of lenders, title people, realtors, they can't do it right now. And it's becoming hard for people to buy houses. But then I realized that real estate, it's not the only way for you to become a millionaire.
Yeah.
There are different ways and there are safer way
Okay.
to invest and create wealth for you and your family. So you can, you know that I love to not just help myself, but I also love to lead by example
Yeah.
and help people when I'm growing. And one of the challenge that I've been seeing not just for myself, but in my community as well, is that sometimes we don't know all the great things that are out there for us to
Facts.
change, our future. Latinos, we work super, super hard and we never take a no for an answer. Are very proud. We work hard, we own things.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
But there are cheap codes like business credit, personal credit, or cash value.
Yeah.
So right now, for me, what I'm doing to become that person first is be consistent, keep growing my company, but teaching the realtors around me and my clients how to invest and how to prepare themselves for these opportunity that are coming. I don't see them as like a hard time.
Yeah.
I see it as like this is the time where people get to shine
I
if we
love
have
that.
the right tools. So I'm not just putting those, not setting that just for myself, but for everybody around me.
Yeah, I love that. You're
Thanks.
you're teaching people to, learn how to capitalize on their money that they have now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and building credit and educating, because you're right. And a lot of low income communities, we have a lot of hard workers there, but we do lack that knowledge to make the money work for you and
Yes.
working smarter and not harder. And I love that you are educating not only your team, but your community, people that look like you, people that's like your parents, and you're actually helping them, and you've actually joined a company that can help build credit, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we have Key to the City Financial Services, and in there I have professionals that can help you not just build your personal credit, but also set up your own, like company, your LLC,
Wow.
create your business credit. And I have financial advisors as well that can help you set your financial plan and also how to invest in your cash value
I
for the
love
future.
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
where
I
you
need to
can be
call
your
you.
own bank, and later on you can borrow money for yourself, from yourself, and buy a house. Put that, as a down payment, or for your kids, just to change that. So
Yeah.
we have now, we're going to be launching very soon, but I already have the experts
Yeah.
that we can help everybody through Key to the City Financial Services.
Yes, I love that. And anyone, is it only in Houston, or can anyone in the US call you?
Oh, anyone in the U.S. can call me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So get with her. There's no excuse why you shouldn't start now to prepare for your future. So that way you can, however you see yourself in 10, 20 years, it will be successful because you are doing the work now. Time is now. Don't wait. If you have that idea in your mind and you want and you play with the idea of being an entrepreneur, go for it. There are people like Jenny that can help you. So give her a call. We're going to get her information at the end. So watch the whole thing, guys, so you can get her information. But yeah, she doesn't bite. So just give her
I just
a call.
scratch.
Yeah, just scratch a little. Jenny, can you give us advice for anyone that is looking at you, that is inspired by you, your story, but maybe fearful, fearful of stepping into their potential and starting their journey?
Yes, absolutely. So, first, I would say find your passion. Second, just focus on one thing at a time. Be consistent. Find mentors to work with. And then make it legit. Get your LLC, work on creating business credit, and then just turn your passion into profit. And don't forget to give back to the community.
I love that. Congratulations on being newly engaged, mamas. Welcome to the marriage life. Zoom in on that
Ooh.
ring, honey, because it's giving bling, it's giving thought out, it's giving shout out to
like-
you, Scott, for putting a ring on it. Yes. Tell me, how has that life been with just, because both of you guys are entrepreneurs. So tell me, how has that been working together, but also loving each other?
Yeah, so it's been great. I'm definitely in love, and I recommend everybody to be in love either with yourself or with somebody.
Bingo. With yourself. You said it, honey.
Yes, absolutely. And it's amazing to be engaged with another entrepreneur, another king, because
Yes.
that's the only way this queen will be engaged.
Period. Period. I love that.
Yeah.
And you just celebrated a birthday.
Yes.
Shout out to the Scorpios. Yes. How was that?
Toxic.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Hold on one second. I forgot something. Hold on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh,
This is your new baby.
oh, you're so cute. I'm done.
You thought I forgot about your birthday? Are you kidding
I can't cry.
me? He is a lion bunny, and he's just luxury. Look at him. He's just, I wanted to keep
Is
him.
it a boy
honestly.
or a girl?
I don't know.
It's okay. I'm gonna love you forever. Oh.
Yay. So this concludes our episode. We have a happy birthday girl. So I did my part. So everyone wish her a happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course, Mama. Until next time, we'll see you next podcast on She Said What? Tune in. What? What? Peace out.